what's good, everybody? Good evening. This is LiiONxHeArT. I got my man COR here. Got my man DT right here. Got my man AKAI. We live at the basement tonight. Feel me? I'm gonna interview these guys. POW, you know we repping all the time. Got the mixtape out, School of Thought. Make sure you pick that up. Give it a listen, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yo, we're gonna go and ask these guys a couple of questions and find out what their true passions are. You know what I mean? You get to learn a little bit about us. POW, you know what I mean? Feel me? Got my man Donald Tucker here, man. Tell him a little bit about yourself. What you do, man?
My name is Donald Tucker. I'm an artist. I'm an artist, man. And that's what it's all about. Following your dreams, you know, persevering, you know, and not being mediocre. You know, I'm an actor, stunt performer, but it's not about me. It's about helping others achieve their dreams. So I'm not gonna talk about that. Here you go.
Thanks, yo, Corey.
What's good, yo? I'm COR. I'm an artist too. I'm a writer. I'm an educator. I'm real tired because I've been working all day. You know, we all been grinding all day. You know what I'm saying? But we all here to have fun and contribute to our craft. You know, our passion is poetry. Our passion is education too. I'm gonna pass it to Days.
Thanks, yo, Kai. Yo, spit that real quick.
Yo, what's good? My name is AKAI. I'm actually a German engineer. Nah, I'm kidding. You know, I like to joke around a lot, but, you know, as much as I do, I'm just a man of the people. You know, I just like, you know, just seeing people persevere, do their thing, and, like, you know, keep going. Like, that's what inspires me. So I'm just a man that, like, you know, just like seeing, like, all these gentlemen as well as anybody else out there, like, just shine. You know, me, what I do, you know, I run these streets with knowledge, facts. Stay in school, kids. Well, I mean, do what you want, but research. But
Facts. That was a great answer, my friend.
Word up.
it wasn't.
So let me ask you guys, like, what really got you into pursuing this passion with all this effort? You know what I mean? What drives you forward?
Wanna start with me?
Word, tell me,
Alright.
bro, what you think?
Well, to be honest with you, like, my main passion is to teach. You feel me? So, like, whenever I write, whenever I speak to people, have conversations, like, I really try to, like, enlighten their minds. Not just teach. A real teacher wants to learn everything as much as they can. So I'm not gonna sit here and be arrogant and say I teach, fuck out of here. Nah, but like I like to learn and everything as well. So anything, teaching people and learning things is really what drives me. That's why I like I teach at a school and then like start writing and try to like drop jewels and stuff in my literature, no matter what it is. So that's really it.
It's deep, brother.
Thank you.
How about you? Do you know? Let me hear that, man.
Well, truthfully, to be honest, performing was always something I always wanted to do, and I feel like I just didn't know where to utilize my energy. You know, back in the day, I was always wasn't the greatest person in the world, so you know I had to find a vehicle to transfer that energy, and you know, and really utilize it in the right areas. So performance, it was always me. It's just a matter of me following my dreams, utilizing my mind, and staying focused. That's pretty much what it was. So that's pretty much what it is.
Damn, I'm blessed to have some blessed brothers around me, yo. How about you, Kai, man?
yo, man, I have like the worst answers for right now. I mean, you know, completely not ready, but you know, what I would like to say is like, you know, just good energy and having that is what I try to aspire to do and like see everybody else do. Because, you know, if you can have good positive vibes, then you're gonna have a good positive life. You know, you're gonna have a long life, because, you know, the more stress you have, the more bad thoughts and bad connotations you put out there, it makes things, you know, just go left real quick. It's tedious, you know. And, you know, what I would like to say is, like, you know, I just try to make it, like, you know, easy going. Like, you know, that's what I'd like to spread. Like, you know, take things one day at a time, but also know that in due time it can happen. Things are temporary. So, you know. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I obviously didn't have an answer for this, but, you know, hey, you know, take this mic from me, man. No more questions, man. I'm done.
I got some deep brothers around me, man. Just to share my thoughts, you know what I mean? I really appreciate your answers, guys. Those were really, really deep answers. You guys had some powerful minds, and I truly believe, like, if we collectively work together, we can accomplish anything that we desire, man. You can manifest anything that you want, you know what I mean?
Yo,
But you gotta put the work behind it, you know what I mean?
what inspires you though?
Honestly, man, where can I begin? You know what I mean?
Start ranting.
I'm not trying to glorify this, you know what I mean? But I didn't have the greatest upbringing, you know. I wasn't as fortunate as my other friends. I grew up, like, in poverty. I didn't really get to have a lot of things. You know what I mean? So I really just had music. Like, one day my mom just bought a laptop. Not a laptop. I mean, she bought a computer because laptops wasn't even around then. You feel me? I'm not that old. I'm born in 88. I'm born in 88. You feel me?
You're not that young.
I had what was it called? The Gateway PC.
Son, I had a microtron, whatever this shit was.
I actually
like,
had my
motherfucking like this. Somebody
I actually didn't have computers. They are very.
I had an abacus. I had an abacus and a block.
Yo.
Super Nintendo.
Feel me? And then I just discovered music, you know what I mean? I grew up in Elmhurst. I had some friends that loved hip hop. I didn't really listen to hip hop too much because I came from South Wilson Park, and my parents always played like that classic Haitian French music. My mom would love, like, you know, like that house type music that uplifts your spirit. I never really got into hip hop until a little bit later, until I went to Elmhurst. My friends put me onto like the Rough Riders, DMX. I stumbled across Tupac, Nas, you know what I mean? And those people really inspired me. And word is bond, I used to see how my mom struggled, and I told myself, like, yo, I want to do something for my mom. I don't want her to suffer no more. I don't want her to struggle. She was a single mother. She had just left my pops, and she was raising me and my brother. And I was just like, damn, I want to do something for her. What can I do? Then I started to mold the skill of writing. My teachers would approach me all the time and be like, you're an incredible writer for your age. Like, how did you learn to write like this? You know, I would be at parent-teacher meetings, and my teachers would talk to my mom like, yo, he's gifted. But I didn't believe it. I'm just a little kid from the street. I'm not even thinking I'm gonna make it to 25, you feel me? 'Cause where I was from is kind of crazy. I saw my friends dying left and right. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do something positive. You know what I mean? So I started writing, and I started recording with my friend Diego. You know what I mean? His friends started listening to my tracks. It was just for fun, but they was like, yo, that's nice, man. You should consider following that. You know what I mean? But I was just doing it for fun, making little funny songs. You know how you start out, you know what I mean? But people really were saying like, yo, you're very good. And R.I.P. to my man Jay, you know, always respect him, R.I.P. You know what I mean? Before he died, you know, he told me like, yo, make something out of that because you're nice. You can take the world by storm. He told me that before he died. Those were his last words to me. You know what I mean? So these people really believed in me. I just never believed in myself. You feel me? So that's my inspiration, to kind of overcome my previous self. You know what I mean? Not to have, I said it in one of my songs, descended of a peasant, but I'd rather live pleasant. You feel me? I don't want to live that life. I want to create something not only for today, but for tomorrow, for the future, for my kids, for the future generations who will inherit this world when I'm no longer here. You feel me? Trying to uplift people, because everybody's sad, everybody's suffering. The world crazy now. It needs some leaders now. You feel me? Any of you guys want to add on to that? Because, like, that's what inspires me. That's why I do this. You know what I mean? I'm up and I'm ready. Follow me. POW. You already know that.
The world is yours.
The world is yours, man.
Hey,
that's the saying. That's the saying. Word is bond.
Appropriate song.
Yeah.
Song mad
The world is
appropriate.
yours. You know what I mean? But I want to ask you guys something. You know what I mean? I know you're an actor, but before I go on to you, because I know you got a lot to say, my brother, I want to ask you guys, like, why do you love music? What does music mean to you?
Short and simple, really, music is that fuzzy feeling you get in the back of your head when you like just first hear, like, you know, Nas' ILLMATIC, or you pop in, like, you know, the craziest like classic rock album you ever heard. Like, you know, it's that feeling that you can't explain, and that's why I love it so much, because anybody can pick it up. Anybody can pick it up. Anybody can do anything they want with it. They can play one note and just be, you know, mesmerized, or they can play and compose a symphony, and it just, like, you know, it can mean the world to somebody. You know, music uplifts, music heals, music makes you feel emotion. So that right there in itself, I think, is, like, you know, my biggest reason why I love music. You know,
It's beautiful, man. He said.
hey,
Thank you. Thank you.
About you, Corey, spit that now.
I'm saying like I love music because to be honest with you, music is life. You know, it's all based off rhythms and vibrations. We was having a conversation about quantum physics earlier. Anything that doesn't have a rhythm is dead. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen music. Yeah, this is an educational term, but the term redirection. I seen music redirect the hardest, toughest kids. All you gotta do is take their energy, they just apply it to music. Like my son said over here. You know what I mean? And it'll just redirect it to something more positive, you know. So it's like a positivity conductor, as weird as that may sound or whatever, you know what I mean. But I think music is really, really important for life. That's why it's been here for as long as humans has been here. You know what I'm saying? Probably beatboxing and shit in caves. Well, we wasn't in caves though. There you go.
No. My man dropping some knowledge everywhere he go. Feel me? Brainiac right here. Cool core, that's my man's, yo. You know what I mean?
In the building.
Facts. You know, I got some answers from these musicians right here. You know, I got my man right here. You know what I mean? Great actor. He about to be in the film Setup. Look out for him, man. Tell us a little bit about that. And what does acting mean to you?
Acting is everything to me, man. I think I take acting as anything. If anyone with a passion, if you want to be a dentist, if you have that passion, if you guys, the music industry, and it's just something that you live, breathe, eat, sleep. It's something that we it's just that fire inside that's like lit. As far as the Setup, the movie is a feature film called The Setup. I play a character called Jimmy Fingers. He's a mixture between Denzel Washington from Training Day and the Joker. So he's like a crazy lunatic, crazy guy, and I just want to follow through with you guys are talking about music, and music is the way of life. It's how we communicate. It's our culture, and music has so much power to change masses. If you think about the 70s and how it was, all the music was about love and marriage. You want to be with that one girl, and and then that time we had the baby booming, and there's a lot. The marriage is better now. Move on. Music has become music is a double-edged sword. It could be good or it could be bad. But and that's why I respect you, brothers, because I know you're gonna take that and propel and make this into a great music into a great better than what it is today. So I'm excited to be around some wonderful talent, some great people, and I already know. I know without thought that you guys are gonna make it. So, but back to acting, like it's something that you got, like, acting is something you can't explain. Because you constantly portraying someone else. You're not yourself. You're never yourself. You always have a different identity. So it's a little bit different. You have to be a different kind of person to be an actor. And after you just have to have that confidence. And it's something that I always love to do. Perform, and so it's not bad. You know what I mean? So can't really elaborate too much. I like to show. That's why I don't really do too much talking. I just like to show action and everything. So I can elaborate all day about acting. That's why I'm lost for words right now, because I'm used to showing. But you'll find out more about me soon.
Yo, thanks for that, brother. For real,
Remember
man.
that date, November 14th, the Setup.
Yeah, man.
And I think you
Gonna be
left out a
live.
very integral part about that. I think somebody's trying to make some music for it. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Shameless
word.
plug.
Like, just to mention, Setup. Check out that soundtrack. We about to be on that. Team about to be on that. You already know that. Thanks to my man here. You know what I mean? Reach one, teach one. Help your brothers out. You know what I mean? That's the way it should be. This capitalism shit, they ain't designed for us to win.
Not at
Feel
all.
me?
That's why we here.
Facts. We gotta help one another. You feel me? The world is yours. Never forget that. You know what I mean? I want to ask you something, AKAI. We was chilling with you today. We was cruising through BK. We was macking. You know what I mean? I want to ask you about your skill on the guitar, brother. Like, how long have you been playing that, man? Because you seem to be like a natural, man. Please, man. You are talented. Extremely talented, brother.
I think it's basically the same way like, you know, Donald would feel about like his craft and everything, and like how Corey would feel about his teaching and everything. And like, you know, just that humbleness is like I don't really try to brag about anything. I mean, I'm good. I'm, you know, okay. But, you know, I there's always more to learn, which is like, you know, the great part about music and anything in life. You know, there's always more to learn. Even if you feel like you master something, somebody else out there is going to know, like, you know, just that little bit much more, like, you know, so much more. And I think that's like, you know, a big part of like, you know, why I started playing guitar. Probably about like 6 or 7 years I've been playing. And, you know, I'm fortunate enough to actually have a little brother who actually picked up music same time I probably did, and he was like very young, and now he's like, you know, he's going to school for like, you know, his music, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So, you know, when you try to, you know, emulate something like that, or you try to really just like, you know, do something positive, remember somebody's always watching. And, you know, that's the great thing about, like, you know, something like music or the arts or anything like that. You got to support it. You got to make sure you support everybody else, each other, you know. So, yeah, man, I mean, me and guitar, it's just really blues and jazz, all that, you know. I mean, I'm into everything. I try. Country, I mean, I don't know. I'll try and get behind it, but there's some stuff I got to talk about with that. But yeah. I mean, I just try to throw down every now and again. But, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know, if it's for you, it's for you. But, you know, I'm fortunate enough to, like, kind of, like, connect with it in a sense where I'm like, you know, I feel that. Like, anytime I bend the strings on the guitar, I feel that. It's like, man, it's like, it's just, it's a crazy feeling to explain. But, you know, trying my best
I
to.
could definitely tell when I see you play that. It's like you're in a different zone, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, when I really get into it, man, I try. When I really get into it, I'm throwing it down, man. It's like your grandma on Sunday kitchen, you know, just throwing it down, putting the foot in the, you know, in whatever she's making. I don't know, but yeah, man. Yo, it's much respect though. Like, hearing it from like from talented people, like this guy right here. He released his mixtape, and I heard it. Had the pleasure of hearing it for the first time. I was like, yo, he brought the 90s back. He's bringing New York rap back. Support New York rap, or at least the good New York rap. Please. We need it.
For real, yo.
We do. But I mean, back to y'all, man. I'm taking up all this mic time.
Speaking of which, New York gotta stop sounding like the South.
Yeah, I got something to say on that.
Yo, spit
I'm
that.
saying, yo, like, to be honest with you, I like, they demonize like being proud of your neighborhood. Like, if you from the hood, and even if you moved out the hood, you should be proud of it, because our neighborhoods really shape the world culture, literally. Like, if you're from the South Bronx, if you're from Hollis, like where I'm from, Brooklyn, South Jamaica, Baldwin, Freeport, you got rappers that's from those places that shape the world culture. You know what I mean? And we honestly, one thing that I wanna accomplish with my music or anything that I do, I wanna create something that'll feed the communities where this music came from, that shapes the world culture. Because while we're shaping the world culture, our neighborhoods are getting neglected. You know what I mean? We still got the same old bullshit in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just something for one time for your mind. You know what I mean? Just think about that. What do you hope to accomplish with your music?
Let me tell you, man. Honestly, that's a really good question, man. What I wish to accomplish is change, not only within myself, but everything around me, man. For real. Like my brother right here was saying, feel me? Like, music influences many. Like, that is, I believe, to be like probably one of the main influences in the world. You know what I mean? People listen to music and it inspires them to do things. You know what I mean? It alters their moods. It shifts their emotions, energy in motion. You know what I mean? I feel like one of my favorite artists is Tupac Shakur. You know what I mean? And he was, the way that he carried himself, his ideals, his visions. Like, I want to inherit that. I believe that was a great man, and people like that only touch the surface of this earth once in a while. I mean, once every million years. You know what I mean? He was such a rare soul. I really admire him. I want to do what he did. You know what I mean? I want to influence others with my poetry. I want all of us to do that in all our arts. Because, You know what I mean? There is no wrong, there is no right, there is just art. You know what I mean? And as cliche as this may sound, you know, earth without art is just you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Word. For real. That's what I really aspire to do, man. I want to create opportunities for people. You know what I mean? It's going to start with rap. We're going to expand to acting, modeling, clothing. You know what I mean? Open up martial arts schools, open up dance schools, insert positivity into the world. You know what I mean? Into neighborhoods that really need it. You know what I mean? Gotta fight the power, man.
With one love.
One love. One love.
Nas is
one love.
Tonight, man.
Facts. Playing that ILLMATIC in the background, man. Nas is one of my favorite rappers too, man. Nas and Tupac. See him right there, man? We live at the basement, man. Live. DT, I want to ask you your thoughts, man. What do you feel about the music, man, today?
I mean, honestly, the music today, I don't listen to it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't listen to any of the music today. It's just, I'm not intrigued at all about any of the music. You know, I listen to old school music, 90s music, ILLMATIC, Nas, you know, Biggie, and you know, I don't listen to any of this new music, man, because it's like I feel like I lose about 70% of my brain cells for 1 minute of listening to it. So I can't do it after a while. I'd rather just shut it off and call it a day. As far as like local artists, I support them 100% because as long as an artist is hungry, you're gonna get quality
Quality work, man. That's why 50 first album was hard. That's why
you see what I
ILLMATIC
mean?
So hard.
That's why I can't even talk right now because it's like that's why, man. That music, think about that music. I just lost some brain cells, you know. So it's like, so you know, and that's what happens, man. You just, you know, it's we have some great local artists that have music coming out now, and I support them 100%, man. You know, so you know, those are the people I look after. I invest any kind of money. Oh, you got a mixtape? Not a problem. You have a show coming up? I'm there. I support all artists. You know, that's what we got to do. We got to come together, support each other in Long Island. You know, because that's all we got. Word. Not just Long Island, Bronx, New York in general. Word. We got to support each other because that's all we got. You know, this music they're playing nowadays, it's all South music. You know, it's all Chicago music. You know, what about New York music? We got to bring it back. It's about time to bring it back strong. We got to come together for that. So I support all local artists. I go to all the shows. If I can't make it, then I'll make it on the another one. So, you know, that's my take on it.
Yo, I'm saying, like, we need to bring back the whole movement where commercial rap was whack, man. I remember when 50 said, if you commercial, I'll hurt you. You know what I mean? That shit real. You know what I mean? Hey, if you come through with that commercial shit, that shit is whack, man. For real. If that shit ain't from the street, if it ain't talking about the heart, whatever, if it's watered down.
Pull something out if y'all don't play, man. You can't be messing with these whack rappers. You gotta do it like Sway. Man, I told y'all whack rappers that we can't have this, man. I'm pushing buttons. I'm turning myself down. You know why? Because I'm too loud right now. In the basement. But getting back to everything though, it's really, really awesome being here with y'all. Like literally talent, so much talent. Within like the course of a day, I saw like, you know, the wheels work and everything, you know, like going together, and like, you know, it's a beautiful thing. Like literally within like a whole hour, you could have like a whole another world set up. I mean, you know, I just met this man right here, Donald. Yo, man, respect, man, respect. He's like the way he moves and operates. It's like amazing. It's like so cool seeing that. You know, like being exposed to that as again a young black man, being able to see that, you know, not just for like, you know, our community or anything like that, but just like as a human being,
Psychologically speaking,
like that gives me like so much like power, like inspiration, like to aspire towards that, because it's like, hey, you know, if he can do it and he can put other people on, like I saw like that like this whole day, it's just like, it's amazing to see. It's dope. It really is. Like, again, respect to your craft, respect to everything that you do, man. And I want to see the next part of that.
Definitely.
Directorial debut, hopefully soon in the future. You know, I mean, he told me, but you know, I'm just,
there's keep that on the rap.
On the low.
Yeah.
That's, you see how the music went? It's coming back up. All right.
Yo, AKAI, I wanted to ask you something, man. You know what I mean?
Nah, man.
It's funny because like I remember you always ask me about my shows, which I really appreciate, man. And I actually send you the mixtape. You were one of the first people to hear it. Now, you must truly believe in the vision, because the very next day you came and spent the whole day with me, and all we did was chop it up and do music, talk about music. You know what I mean? So, what are your thoughts of POW, man? What do you think about what do you think about the vision and my ideas, our ideas, everything? Like, what do you think?
That's
what do you think about the music?
I mean, as far as like the movement and the music, like, you know, I can't even lie about it. It's whack, man. Yo, I'm glad I have this forum here to be like, yo, all of y'all except for Donald are whack. I'm tired of y'all fake rappers. No, I'm kidding. No lie. Just like the energy level that I heard from Days was amazing. And just like that kind of like, again, school of thought. You know, he was able to pull in and pull together so many different facets of, you know, society as a whole, and just draw from that and say, okay, let me place this here and put it together, and then also give it this timeless, almost vintage sound. And it's dope to hear that, because, you know, when you're, you know, from an era where it's like you hear like, you know, just the Princes and Michael Jacksons and Whitney Houstons and all of that, when you come from an era like that, and then you're coming to now where you just have so much, just it's like taken from that, to hear somebody like him throw it down on the mic, I'm like, wow, man. Like, that's you either got to get behind something like that, you got to, like, you know, support it, or at least, you know, push it to the point where it's going to get that exposure, and it's going to get that, you know, that voice and platform to actually shine the way it does. So, you know, as far as the music, POW, you and everybody else that supports it, it's a good thing, man. It really is. It really is. And I wouldn't be live in the basement if I wasn't, like, you know, one of those, you know, people that was a part of the movement. You know, this isn't a paid testimonial. I'm not being paid for this, people.
No,
this is just a man paying with his time and the love of the culture. Charge it to the game, man.
Yo, I really appreciate your energy, man. You're
Yeah,
really
no problem.
cool dude. And thank you.
Yo, I appreciate me too.
I love this guy,
Seriously,
man. Love this guy,
Yo,
man.
love is love. Love
this guy,
everybody,
man. You a cool guy, man. Appreciate you, Kai, man. For real, for
We
real.
get along real good.
I agree with you,
Him and
man.
Jensen
I
sound
agree
would
with
be
you,
like
man.
this.
Yo, shout out to them. Yo, shout out to Jansen.
Shout out to Hans.
Pete
shout out to
Diamond.
Paris.
Yo, shout out to Family First.
Word up.
Feel me? Sunset. Holla at them.
Sunset Park.
What's up, guys? For real, shout out to all of you. Mad love for you guys.
And
Feel
none
me?
of those people are gangs. Those are just people that, like, you know, what I would like to just touch back on is, like, just seeing the fact that POW is a movement that's, it can stand for anything, really, but it's like a positive movement. It's like literally just, you know, a group coming together and doing their thing, you know, just trying to, like, you know, see one another, like, you know, propel themselves and move forward. So that's like, you know, just amazing to see.